Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tehillim with all of the kids. We have lots of people joining as we speak. And since it's 6 o'clock on the dot, I will not keep you waiting for another second. I want to say a few things before we start. Tonight's learning, singing, and Tehillim is going to be all of our Tehillims are as the chus for all of Klall Yisrael, all Jewish people, wherever we are in the world, and especially those in Eretz Yisrael. But tonight I have a special name to say, Avraham Yehonasan ben Chana. This is for him to be protected. He was just called to fight for Eretz Yisrael, and he is in the north of Eretz Yisrael right now as we speak. And I was speaking to somebody in his family. He's a father. He has kids your age, and they're very brave. And they were just telling me that they can't even talk to him because he's not allowed to have his cell phone on him. And they just want everybody to daven. So our davening, our Tehillim, and our learning tonight is going to be as a chus for Avraham Yehonasan ben Chana and his whole brigade, his whole group of soldiers that he's with. He's with, I think there's 10 of them all together. And they are bravely fighting, but they need our tefillos. Okay, welcome everybody. Tonight's special guest, before we get to our other special guest who's going to be singing Tehillim, is Rabbi Yaakov Klein. Some of you might remember that name from InKredible Kids podcast. He was on one of our interviews, and he lives all the way in England. And if you know, England is not the same time as us in America. So England is 5 hours ahead. So if it's 6 o'clock now, that means that it's 11 o'clock at night in England. So we are so thankful and grateful to have him with us tonight, that he stayed up so late to be able to inspire us all. So I'm going to unmute you, Rabbi Klein. Let me know if that works.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me?
Amazing. Perfectly. Okay.
Great.
And now you can take it away. And then after we finish, we're going to go straight to Tehillim with.
Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Wow. Look at all these faces. Absolutely incredible to see. Such a special thing. So first and foremost, I have to do a very big shout out to the Solomon and Hoberman kids in Waterbury, Connecticut. The sweetest nieces and nephews of all. And I see them, and it's so wonderful that they're here, and everybody else. Something very special that we're doing together, because you know something? It's not just the soldiers that we're davening for who are fighting to be able to protect our brothers and sisters and family in Eretz Yisrael. We are soldiers. Every single one of us that are here are soldiers. And instead of fighting with other kinds of things to protect, we use tefillah. We use davening. Davening is the way that we are able to protect Am Yisrael, to be able to connect to Hashem. You know, tefillah is so incredibly powerful and important that in a strange way, all of the angels, all of the malachim who you think and I think are so much more kadosh, are so much higher there in Shamayim, we have so much strength that we're the ones that are picking up the malachim with our tefillah. Do you know that the malachim cannot daven until we daven down here? Did you ever notice, if you were in shul, did you ever notice that at a certain part of davening, you might see your Abba lift up his feet 3 times when he says, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Did you ever notice that? Nod your head if you ever noticed your Abba doing that, right? Kadosh, Kadosh. And we lift our feet up. Should I tell you something amazing? One of the tzaddikim, who is called Rav Chaim of Volozhin, he writes that the reason we do that is because when we're davening, we're lifting up all of the malachim. So we lift up our feet, and it's like we're picking up the whole Shamayim. We're making things happen in Shamayim when we daven. That's an incredible thing. And we could think, well, we're all the way down here, so it's not so strong, it's not so powerful. But how do you pick up something very heavy? If you had something super heavy to pick up, how do you pick it up? Not from the top. You scoop it up from the bottom, and then you lift it up. So that's what we're doing in this world. We're scooping our hands all the way on the bottom, and we're picking everything up. We're making something happen. It's tremendous. And this week's Parsha, who knows this week's Parsha? Even if I can't hear you, shout it out. Parshas Noach. That's right. And Noach built a teva, a big, huge teva, a big, huge boat. Now, guess what? The word teva could mean boat, but the word teva could also mean a word of davening. And that means that no matter what's going on in the world, where do we run? We run into the teva. We run into words of Torah and tefillah so that we are able to become protected. That's the main thing to know. So your tefillah is precious. Sometimes you think, well, what could I do? You can daven, and we are davening. We're getting together here to daven. It's an absolutely tremendous thing. So thank you so much to all of you for being here. And I am going to share a little song with you. I think that you'll probably know it. And if you do know it, join me wherever you are and sing really loud, so loud that I could hear you all the way in London. I probably won't, but if you sing loud enough, I might, okay? So let's sing this song together. Goes like this. Ki karai elecha hadava miyai beficha u'ilvacha la sai sai. Let me hear you. Ki kara elecha hadava miyai ficha u'vilvacha la sai sai. Let me hear you loud. Oh, yeah, da, da. One more time. Let's do it one more time. Let's really try wherever you are. If you can sing and join me, what a special thing to do. So join me if you can. Ki karai elecha hadava miyai beficha u'bilvacha la sai sai. Ki karai elecha hadava miyai beficha u'bilvacha hey 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 la sai sai. Let me hear you. Di-di-da-di, la da da da. Di-di-da-di, la da 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 da. Oh yeah, da da. Hey. Di-di-da-di, la da 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 da, la da da da. Di-di-da-di, la da 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 da. Oh my God. One more time. Di-di-da-di, la da 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 da, la da da da. Hey. Di-di-da-di, la da da da. Oh yeah, da da. Thank you guys so much for singing with me. We're bringing Mashiach together. We're absolutely bringing Mashiach together. Do you know that every single person here, every kid, wherever you are, all around the world, you have a spark of Mashiach inside of you. You do. And that spark of Mashiach is our ability to daven. When we daven, it's like we're bringing Mashiach a little bit closer. So this is such a special thing. I cannot tell you how special this is. Keep coming back every night. And it shouldn't just be for the next short period of time. We have to speak tomorrow at Siri. This should be the whole year long for decades, no matter what. This is the most incredible thing. So thank you to Moritz Siri for everything she does. Thank you to all of you for being here. And let us daven. We'll shake the whole world with our davening. We're bringing Mashiach. He's so close. We're almost there. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we should only hear and share good news. I'm sure we will. Be'ezras Hashem.
Thank you so much, Rabbi
Thank you so much.
It was a real treat, and it's a good thing my kids are in the other room because I'm going to cry on public TV, whatever this is. I'm literally bawling. I don't know if anybody saw. You know why I'm crying though? It's one of my favorite songs, but that's not why I'm crying. I'm crying because I don't know. Were you able to see that I was making your faces big while you were singing along? I was like looking at each of your faces, and I'm sorry I couldn't do everybody, but I was like, you know what? I have to share this with everybody. Like, I'm watching you singing at your kitchen tables, in your dining rooms, on your couches, and everybody's united for these moments. And that, I mean, if Hashem sees that, how could he not? How could he not bring Mashiach? Okay, I gotta get my composure together. Awkward. Okay, so we have 216 families with us now, and we haven't even got to the Tehillim yet, so don't go anywhere. I'm sorry I said 10 minutes, but these are such beautiful minutes that it feels like each minute should be, you know, just, I don't know. I don't want it to end. I want to tell you one thing before I introduce our special friend David, who is going to read Perek Kuf Mem Beis. So if you want, in the meantime, just get out your Tehillim. I have my Tehillim right next to me. This is a Tehillim that I got for my bas mitzvah present. It has my name on it. And everybody knows that it's mommy's special Tehillim. So I share other Tehillims. This one is mine. You can't lose it. I'm opened up to Perek Kuf Mem Beis. This time I'm also going to share it on the screen. So if you don't have it, even if you don't know how to read, you will just copy David. First, I want to tell you, my husband works in Virginia. He works in a place where there's a lot of Jewish people, but not so many frum people. Not at all. And usually he can't get kosher food there, but they just opened up a cafe in the JCC, the Jewish Community Center. And he called me today and he said, "You don't believe what I see." He's like, "I'm in the JCC. I never see anyone religious here. I never see frum people here. And I still don't see frum people here, but they have kosher food, interestingly." And he said, the entire JCC is filled with hundreds of kids who are not frum, who are not religious, who don't know so much about Torah mitzvos, but they're all coming together to pack up toys and packages to send to Israel. And he said, like, it's unbelievable. He's like, "I didn't know there were so many Jews in Virginia." And that is what's going on all over the world, in our frum communities, in their communities, but we're all one community right now. It does not matter. And it's the most beautiful thing. And we are lucky, us, because Hashem chose all of us to be his special people, but we're lucky that we go to yeshivas, Beis Yaakovs, and other schools that are, you know, Jewish Hebrew schools, or wherever you go, and you learn about Torah and mitzvos, and you know the value of Hashem. I'm getting a lot of letters from kids around the world and pictures to send to soldiers. You know how many I sent to Eretz Yisrael today? Last night, you guys guessed. If you were on the Zoom last night, you guessed, and I told you I had 720. Well, guess what? As of this morning, I had 875 or something. So it's crazy. Every minute, my phone is going to blow up. I'm nervous it's actually going to blow up, by the way, because I don't know if it can handle so many beautiful messages. And a lot of them are from kids that are not frum, and they don't know about Hashem. They say, like, "God be with Israel, peace." They say, like, peace in the world, but they don't even know about Hashem. Lucky us, we know about Hashem. We have that comfort that we can daven and we know where to daven. We know who's going to answer us. So we're not afraid. We're never afraid because we know that Hashem is with us, and we're so lucky that we know that. So I wish I could share that message with everybody, but of course we have to remind each other. So I'm going to unmute our friend David. Tell me if it works. Hi, David.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and then we'll begin. Okay, David, are you ready?
Yeah.
You can begin one pasuk at a time.
Maskil David, Biyasav, Yamasafila.
Maskil le David biyoso v'me'ara sefila.
Koli Adonai, El Adonai, Ezra, Koli El Adonai, Echanan.
Koli el Adonai as ak, Koli el Adonai as chanan.
Eshpoch Lefanav, Sichi, Tzirasi Lefanav, Agid.
Ashpoch lefanav sichi, tzarasi lefanav agid. Pasuk Daled.
Alai Ruchi, V'yata Yadata, Evasi, V'orach Zu, Alef, Tanu, Lali, Chachli.
Behis atef alai ruchi ve'ata yadata nesivasi be'orach zu ahalech tamenu fachli. Pasuk Hey.
Habeit Yamin, Urei, Ve'en Li Makir, Avad Manos, Mimani, Ein Darsh, Lenafshi.
Habeit yamin urei ve'ein li makir. Avad manos mimani in doresh lenafshi.
Zalakti Elecha Adonai, Amarti Ata, Machsi, Chalki Be'eretz HaChayim.
Za'akti elacha Adonai, amarti ata machsi, chalki be'aretz hachayim.
Akshiva El Rinasi, Ki Dalesi Me'ai, Atileni Me'iraid Fai, Ki Amtu Mimani.
Akshiva el rinasi ki dalosi me'od. Hatzileni merodafai ki amtsu mimani.
Hosea Mi Masker, Nafshi Leodos, Ashimecha, Bi Yaksir, Yaksiru Sadikim, Kitma Alai.
Hotzia mi masker nafshi lehodos as shemacha bi yachtiru tzadikim ki sigmol alai. David, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much for saying the Tehillim with us. And I just want to tell you one thing about what David just said, everybody, and what we all just said. We just said, and this I heard from somebody this week. She said, this Perek Kuf Mem Beis, it's one of the Perakim of Tehillim that we say when there's something that we need to daven for, like right now, when there's like a tzara in Klall Yisrael. And you know who wrote Tehillim? Who wrote Tehillim? Who put together the whole Sefer Tehillim? Raise your hand. Who wants to tell us? Bracha Greenwald, do you want to unmute? Did it work?
It says,
You got it. You got it. Who put together the Tehillim? Wait, we'll try again. Who put together the Tehillim? What was that?
David HaMelech.
That's right, David HaMelech. Good job. So David HaMelech put together the Sefer Tehillim, and he wrote this very Perek when he was in a deep, deep trouble. And instead of just like feeling sorry for himself, he used the times of being in trouble to daven really hard to Hashem, and that is why we have Tehillim. And in the very, very last pasuk, we read, Hotzia mi masker nafshi, and it says, Lehodos Hashemecha. That means Hashem, release my soul to acknowledge your name. That means like, let me out of this horrible situation that I'm in so that I can serve you better, Hashem. That's why he wants to get out, so he can be free to serve Hashem. But at the end, it says, Bi yachtiru tzadikim ki sigmol alai. Bi means me, like through me. He says, once I'm saved, through me, be with me, David says, I'm going through me after all of this pain. There will be a salvation. There's going to be a time. So if we take this opportunity and say, "Be, it's me," the tzaddikim, this is what David HaMelech taught us how to do. We say, through me, through my saying Tehillim, through my doing mitzvos, we are going to be able to end all of this suffering and be able to see Mashiach, and all of the sadness will go away. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Come back with us tomorrow so that you can hear some inspiration from our favorite Simcha liner. And if you come back, that's tomorrow, which is Tuesday. You come back Wednesday, we are going to have, I'm trying to remember the schedule. Wednesday, we are going to have Mendy Warsh. You know, the guy who sings Every Yid's a Big Tzaddik, because it's Parshas Noach. And then on Thursday, we are going to have David Perlman, another singer who's going to come, and each of them are going to sing a special song with us, and then we will start our Tehillim. And of course, Emer Hashem, next week, if Mashiach is not here yet, we will have another week of Tehillim and special guests for you to do. Everybody, thank you so much. And I'm going to say the Misha Beirach quickly. Sorry, I'm keeping everyone so long. Just say Amen when I'm finished. Misha Beirach Avosenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Hu Yavarich Hasachayolim Ha'omdim Al Mishmar Atzinu Va'ari Eloheinu Uvenihem Yitin Adonai Es Ayivinu Hakamim Alinu Negafim Lifnehem Hakadosh Baruch Hu Yadber Soninu Sachtehem V'Yatrim B'Keser Yeshua Uvataras Nitzachon V'Kuyam Bahem Hakasav Ki Adonai Elohechem Haholech Imachem L'Hilachim Lachem Im Ayvechem Loshi Aschem Menomar Amen. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.